Welcome to our presentation about Phase 3 of the Churchill Park Master Plan implementation. Before we begin, we acknowledge that the City of Hamilton is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabeg to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase 1792 between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the City of Hamilton is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, North America, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand our roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers. Today, we would like to provide an update regarding the City of Hamilton's initiatives in Churchill Park. To get started, we will summarize some key points from the Churchill Park Management Plan, outlining the purpose of our talk today. Secondly, we will highlight the progress of our master plan implementation to date. Following this, we will describe the scope of work that Phase 3 entails, including the design and anticipated construction of landscape upgrades in 4 areas of the park. The landscape upgrades in the 4 areas that are currently under review include a new informal teaching area and walkways, a new granular trail segment, landscape upgrades surrounding the existing field house and washroom building, and new stairs at the northwest corner of Parkside Drive and Kipling Road. Finally, we will be providing some closing remarks and next steps. Churchill Park is located on 19.12 hectares of land owned by the Royal Botanical Gardens and jointly operated by the City of Hamilton. It is adjacent to Cootes Paradise and is within the Niagara Escarpment Parks and Open Space System and Hamilton Conservation Authority regulated areas. The Churchill Park Management Plan was completed in 2017 and establishes direction for the long-term protection, development, and management of the park. As part of the development of the management plan, a master plan was created. The master plan is a high-level graphic representation that forms the framework for park rejuvenation works. These works will be implemented in a phased approach and have been classified into short, medium, and long-term priorities within the management plan. Some short, medium, and long-term improvements have been implemented to date, and their prioritization has been influenced by available budget, amenity condition, and/or construction sequencing factors. Completed works are highlighted in blue on the master plan on your screen. Prior to 2022, a number of initiatives were implemented in the lower terrace and south end of the park. This work includes the installation of limestone screening walkways, rain gardens, dry ponds, a vegetated swale, drinking fountain, and a new playground. More recent work has been completed in the upper terrace and north end of the park. This work includes the installation of limestone screening walkways, seating areas, rain gardens, and a new multi-use open space. In addition, Royal Botanical Gardens staff have been progressively organizing and completing the forest edge enhancements along the woodlot. The total cost of improvements to date is approximately $2.47 million. Phase 3 focuses on enhancements to 4 areas of the park, which are identified as both short and longer-term priorities in the management plan. Short-term priorities that form part of this phase include a 2.5 meter wide granular pathway extending from the intersection at Klein Avenue North through the park and parallel to Marion Avenue North. It is noted as number 2 on the site plan on your screen. Long-term priorities that form part of this phase include an outdoor informal teaching area with 2.5 meter wide granular pathway that extends from Klein Avenue to the play area. This is noted as number 1 on your screen. Walkways, ramps, and landscaping improvements are proposed at the field house near Parkside Drive and Devon Place. This is noted as number 3 on the site plan on your screen. In addition to these efforts, the City of Hamilton is also exploring the detailed design and construction of a north stair access, which is noted as number 4 on the site plan on your screen. Area 1 is located in the southeast section of the park between the south end of Parkside Drive and Klein Avenue North. This portion of the parkland is presently open space with turf grass and tree planting and is adjacent to the existing school, former lawn bowling facility, and playground. Area 2 is located between Klein Avenue North and the existing Ravine Road Trail at the west section of the park. It is adjacent to Marion Avenue North. Currently, this parkland is mostly open space with turf grass, trees, and a slope dividing the two generally flat areas. Area 3 is located around the existing fieldhouse and washroom building. Presently, there are granular pathways providing connections around the building, a concrete ramp and stair access, and a unit paver walking surface with wooden curb edging adjacent to the building. Area 4 is located roughly 130 meters north of the fieldhouse and is adjacent to the intersection of Parkside Drive and Kipling Road. The area previously had a stair access from an informal trail to the road. Presently, there's a granular trail at the top of the slope, and the aged stairs have been removed and restored to turf grass. Area 1 is located in the southeast section of the park between the south end of Parkside Drive and Klein Avenue North. This portion of the parkland is presently open space with turf grass and tree planting and is adjacent to the elementary school, temple, the former lawn bowling facility, and existing playground. One of the upgrades that is proposed for this area includes an informal teaching area, which is noted as number 1 on your screen. In addition to the informal teaching area, 2.5-meter wide asphalt walkways are proposed that provide direct and accessible connections through the site. One walkway is proposed between Klein Avenue North, the proposed informal teaching area, and the existing playground. Another walkway is proposed between the existing elementary school and the existing walkway adjacent to the playground. This walkway also has a connection to the sidewalk at Glen Road. We have prepared 3 options for the informal teaching area for review and comment. The functionality of the options is similar, however, each option has variations in seating types, layout, and surfaces. A survey has been developed and made available to the public on the Engage Hamilton platform. This survey has been designed to collect the public's preferences for teaching area layout, surface type, and seating types. This information will then be used to inform the development of the final informal teaching area design. All options provide 4 distinct seating clusters and are designed so that instruction or presentations may be provided to one or more groups from a central location. This design also allows for one group to break out into separate activity areas if desired. This is option number 1 for the informal teaching area. This option has a tree in the center which would provide a central focal point, a place for the instructors and presenters to stand, and shade. This design includes a poured-in-place concrete surface which provides accessible access into the teaching area from the adjacent walkway. A secondary surface, noted as number 2, is provided for the other half of the teaching area and can either be constructed of stabilized granular screenings or engineered wood fiber. Number 3 is a proposed 2-tier rockery seating bench integrated into a turf berm that would act as stadium-style seating. Number 4 represents a single-tiered rockery bench seat with 1 row on the left and right sides of the area. A dual row of this similar type of seating is located at the bottom of the area. This design also proposes new tree plantings to provide shade and visual interest for the site. A pole-mounted light is proposed for location number 7 to enhance the safety of the area at night. This is option number 2 for the informal teaching area. This option is similar to option 1 in layout and function. In this option, we have provided a slight variation in seating in order to provide an area with some designated separation between individual seats. This cluster at area 5 on the plan consists of smaller separated rockery stone seats or vertical log stump seats embedded in the concrete surface. This is option 3 for the informal teaching area. This option is similar to option 1 and option 2 in layout and function. In this option, we have provided the 1 and 2 tiered rockery bench seating shown in previous options. We have also included the individual rockery or log stump seating located at number 5 from option 2. In this option, we have also provided 2 sections with horizontal log seating located at number 4 on the plan. This option adds a variation in color and texture and presents more opportunities for seating types. These are some images that represent the various possibilities of seating types, layouts, and combinations. Please take some time to look them over while we summarize them. As you review, you will notice that we are showing 2 examples for log stump seating. The example in the top left corner illustrates rows of log stumps facing a central instruction area with a chalkboard. The second example in the middle of the screen illustrates a random and scattered arrangement of stump seats in front of a central bulletin board. As noted in option 2 and option 3, a similar layout can be achieved using armor stones. We are also showing a few examples of horizontal log seating. In the top middle, the seats are arranged to surround a central instruction area. The second example at the bottom left illustrates log seating arranged in rows. These 2 examples show a very similar style of natural log seating. For comparison purposes, we have provided an example of a milled log bench in the bottom middle and a curved lumber bench on the bottom right. The image in the top right corner is illustrating 2 tiered rockery seating with a central armor stone for the instructor or presenter. A similar layout in the middle right photo provides a wider arc of seating and an open space for the instructor or presenter. Lastly, the image in the middle left is illustrating multi-tiered rockery seating built into a bank. This option is showing slight separation between the rows of rock seating, providing more room for seating in legs and movement between the rows with a gentler slope across the tiers. As previously mentioned, an online survey has been developed and made available to the public on the Engage Hamilton platform. This survey has been designed to collect the public's preferences for teaching area layout, surface, seating types, and/or combination thereof. This information will then be used to inform the development of the final informal teaching area design. Area 2 is located between Klein Avenue North and the existing Ravine Road Trail at the west section of the park. It is adjacent to Marion Avenue North, and currently this portion of parkland is mostly open space with turf grass, trees, and a slope dividing the 2 generally flat areas. Our proposed concept for the West Trail segment includes a poured-in-place concrete seating node at the intersection of Klein Avenue North and Marion Avenue North. This is labeled A on the plan. The proposed 2.5 meter wide granular trail weaves through the existing open space and down the slope to a mid-block node labeled B on the plan. This trail continues northwest toward the Ravine Road trailhead, where we proposed an improved gathering space with rockery stones delineating the paths of travel from both directions. Although no tree planting is proposed as part of this upgrade, this area is a designated space for the planting of memorial trees, and so we are illustrating the opportunity for this in the future. This West Trail segment provides inviting new gathering spaces and formal entries into the park, improving connectivity and access within the park. Area 3 is located around the existing fieldhouse and washroom building. Presently, there are granular pathways providing connections around the building, a ramp and stair access, and a unipaver walking surface with wooden curb edging adjacent to the building. For this area, we are proposing several landscape upgrades. Number 1, a new AODA compliant ramp and stair access providing direct access to the front of the building. 2, a new poured-in-place concrete plaza and walkways around the fieldhouse and washroom building to accommodate gatherings of groups and teams during soccer, baseball, or other events. 3. Low maintenance accent planting to soften the space and provide visual interest, continuing the naturalized planting theme from other areas of the park. 4 and 5, a secondary and direct access to the North Trail, washroom building, and plaza from the street, including depressed curbs at Parkside Drive and Devon Place. And finally, we are proposing new seating, tree planting, and a pole-mounted light in the plaza space to allow for a variety of users to gather safely. As part of this project, the City of Hamilton is also exploring options for fieldhouse and washroom building improvements. Area 4 is located roughly 130 meters north of the fieldhouse and is adjacent to the intersection of Parkside Drive and Kipling Road. This area previously had a stair access from an informal trail to the road. Presently, there is a granular trail at the top of the slope, and the aged stairs have since been removed and restored to turf grass. For this area, we are proposing the construction of a staircase and sidewalk connection. This staircase and sidewalk connection will provide direct and safe access between the street level and the granular trail system within the park. Here we are illustrating one possible solution with a concrete staircase and railings. To accomplish this, the stairs would be constructed into the slope with a short retaining wall to minimize grading disturbance. This solution utilizes a row of strategically placed armor stone to reduce concrete wall heights by terracing the slope and minimizing the steepness of the grade. It is important to note that the work required to implement this concept will impact an existing city-owned willow tree and will likely require removal of the tree. LAS staff are working with transportation operations to identify an alternate option for the staircase and sidewalk. This conceptual layout illustrates the intent of this option. Similar to the previous option, this layout will provide safe access from street level to the granular trails within the park. In addition, this option will act as a traffic calming measure in the north side of Parkside Drive and Kipling Road. This option will slightly reduce the road width and enable the retention of the existing city-owned willow tree. We want to hear from you. We are collecting feedback from the public regarding the design of the informal teaching area via online survey. The online survey will be available on the Engage Hamilton platform from December 4th, 2023 to January 12th, 2024. You'll have the opportunity to provide comments on the preferred option, surfaces, seating layout, and materials. Results will be available approximately 3 weeks after the survey closes and will be posted on both the Engage Hamilton platform and the city's website for the park at www.hamilton.ca/Churchill Park. Upon analysis of the results, we will proceed to the detailed design and contract preparation phase with a goal to tender and begin construction on this project in 2024. Thank you for watching. Please continue to monitor our park page on the City of Hamilton website for updates and important information.